When you enjoy music off streaming services such as Spotify, do you ever sit back and wonder how recorded music came to be so accessible in today's world by the tap of a mere phone screen? Well, I am fascinated by this concept, and the original pioneer in this industry was the vinyl record in recorded media and audio. Since 2017, I have myself began a record collection and have been addicted to expanding it and spent a lot of money on it. But when it comes to the record, I love music and I love collecting it and showing off my favorite albums to everyone. So I found it appropriate to inform you all on it. Vinyl records are one of the most important and innovative inventions of mankind. And to dive into this invention and just how significant it is, we can break it down into three parts. And these are the rich history it encapsulates and the significance of it, the intricate and fascinating process of its creation, and the modern revival and resurgence of the vinyl and how it came to be a current icon. Now, when it comes to music, how many of you are affected by it in your lives? Most everyone in the world is, from either listening to it, practicing an instrument, or studying it in school. So I found it appropriate to dive into the original music item and how it became to be so accessible in today's world. Because the vinyl record is something I hold so near and dear to my heart, and because I love it so much, I figured I would dive into its history, how it came to be, and why it is so important in today's world. Through analyzing the vinyl record as a concept, we can see that it is a historic invention and an innovation in mankind. This has a rich history and it is a century-old item. And Emil Berliner actually invented the turntable in 1887 and competed with Edison with a phonograph. And speaking of the phonograph, as Richard Leppert writes, this item was actually considered furniture for a while, but in Edison and Victrola's advertising, they made it a spectacle and made every phonograph performance called a recital and made it had a concealed horn in it, and they actually converted it to a musical instrument in the public scheme of things. So it became to be a spectacle to everyone, and everyone began to fall more in love with music as it was accessible to them in their household. Now, it wasn't only the history of it, but the creation and the process of creating it, which also just fascinates people. Vinyl records are made every day, and through analyzing them as a concept, we can see just how interesting this is and why this contributes to how popular they are as an item. As Carlos Zodemeyer of Solid Smack writes, there are 4 distinct steps to processing a vinyl, which are to first carve the music onto a stamper, then they bake the vinyl, then they add the labels and then press it down, and then they trim it for shipping. Now, this intricate process and just studying the grooves of music itself really fascinates people in the sense of how sound can be pressed onto a tangible item and how they can collect their favorite artists and bands and albums. And because of this, a lot of people are inspired to collect it even to today. But this isn't the only reason, and people that inspired people to make a craze for vinyls today, but it's also the significance the item holds. Through analyzing vinyl as a concept, we can see that there was a huge modern resurgence of vinyl records, and the sales of them actually shot up about 20% annually since 2006. And as Bart Mansky and Woodward comment, this is seen as a commodity item, and it helps us to connect with other people. So through this modern vinyl boom, we can see that this item holds a lot of significance to us and that it helps us to connect with others and individualize our taste because we put down hard-earned money for the item. See, when it comes to life, we are often led by stimuli, connections, and innovation. And the vinyl record captures all of these items so well because it helps us connect to other people who love music. It shows the innovation of how it was invented and its rich history, and everything about it is just stimulating and causes fascination. So instead of viewing them as a cultural cliche, I urge you to look past that and more into the importance and significance of the item and how it came to be and how important it is to the music world. Thank you for your time.